Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. I'm going to let Archangel Raphael come through me and speak and give relevant messages for now, the week ahead, and maybe do some clearings as well. So, just going to let Raphael come in now and speak. I would like you to know that I'm speaking on behalf of many other angels, and when I speak through this channel, what I'm doing is automatically conveying messages which are most relevant for this moment. I would like you to know that there is such a thing as needing to be in your own energy at the moment, more than ever before, because there is so much going on externally and internally. Many people are going through many things, and there is a lot of chaos around, a lot of energies that may affect you from outside, but also your own internal clearings. I want you to know that there is a lot to be said at the moment for resilience within. And those of you who are not that resilient because you have had a lot of trauma, it is more important than ever to be with yourselves, to stay connected. And then, when you do feel connected, it is okay to do things. But when you feel the need to go within again, then do this. What I want you to know is that these are unusual times. These are not times for going forwards fast and launching yourself in life as who you are in spirit. It really is the time to be slow, to be with yourself, to give yourself time and space. And through this, you will go a lot deeper, and the depth of what emerges will be more far reaching than any steps you take without this connection. I want all of you to know that there is no fear in us at all, that you will not be able to achieve what you are here to do. We see that you have all cleared so much already, and really you are ripe and ready to be able to achieve what you have come here to do in spirit on earth. Energetically, you are ready for this, and then on other levels, you are embodying the energies on deeper levels that are already in your subtle body. What I'm trying to say is that you have all got enough information at the moment about your lives, what they are really about, but you are simply going deeper so you can really feel it on a core level. Your higher selves, though, are very in the picture. You have communicated on many different levels with many different beings and source, and you have already received a lot of information in your subtle bodies. The information is there, and it is for you to deepen your connection to your grounded self, to yourself in your body, so you can feel all these instructions and go forwards with them. I also want you to know that nobody has really asked you to be the sort of people who can immediately make things happen. You are always going to find that there is a discrepancy between information you receive from source and what you feel on the earth plane in one way or another. And what I mean by this discrepancy is that when you receive cosmic information, there will always be a part of you that is not quite up to speed with it, where you recognize it as truth, but you have other things in the way of you actually acting upon it. So, for example, having the feeling that you need to separate with someone you have been with for a long time. You may know it is the right thing to do and feel it, but there will be other parts of you that do not want this or don't feel ready for this. And it is always this way, that when you receive information from a higher source, whether it is your own cosmic self whether it is an angel who comes in to give you information from a higher place, or whether it is simply by meditating in the light of oneness and receiving inspiration in this way. But when you do receive information that is right for you, you will always have other parts of you which are feeling a bit like they need time to integrate it, to process it. Because if this was not the case, then it would not be information that is from a higher place. And what I mean by this is that it would match your current frequency on an earthly level. So it would simply be information that comes to you that is still right, but it is on a par with where you are. So it is not in any way elevating you, it is simply matching where you are at. So, what I'm trying to say is that the very nature of receiving information through meditations you do, through higher beings, through asking internally your own higher self, is going to put you in a process. And the more you connect with your higher self, cosmic self, higher beings, the light of oneness within, connect in to something much more than your earthly self, the more you will be on a process, the more there will be to assimilate and work through. And coupled with this, the more trauma there is in your body, the bigger the process will be. The reason I am saying this is because for some of you here, you will find that your processes in life will never really end, because you are going to always be receiving higher information and having to then assimilate it in order to then bring it to others in various ways. What I want you to know is that it is important to honor the path you are on, to know that it has meaning and value, that it really has something to it that is quite extraordinary. And whether you are the sort of person who needs a lot of time to process the higher information you are receiving in order to ground it, or whether you are more of an earthly being who simply carries on in life and receives information as and when you need it. It is okay, but you must honor who you are, and as you honor it, other people will as well. I also want you to know that nobody has really asked you to be any different to how you are, but you have had pressure, external pressure from others, because you are all living in lives which have their own karmic residue, their own patterning. And some of you have had patterns around being forced to be people you are not. Some of you have had ancestral patterns around fitting into certain molds. Others here have been used to being used by others for their own agendas. Everybody has come in with their own type of energy matrix that is around them, that has been created from many lifetimes of being here on earth and having had certain experiences that they have not fully worked through yet. And so, what I want you to know is just because you have had certain experiences in the past does not make it true in all ways that this is how life is. Remember, you have had your own matrix to work through, and once you have worked through it and found your way out, you will find that as you keep going within and coming from a place of oneness inside, you will be fully supported by life, even in the most unusual ways. I want you to know that, especially at these times, life truly is supporting people to be in this place. You will be given a lot of help to be here and to stay there. And I would like you to know that because of this, I see that all of you are going to succeed in everything that you plan to do. But at the moment, give yourself time to be with yourself. Decide what you want. Be clear and make sure you have worked through anything from the past that has been holding you back. In this live stream, I would like to do some clearing work on all of you. I would like to clear something in particular, which is a feeling you all share of sometimes feeling that life is not on your side, feeling that there are things externally that don't support you on the earth. Whether it is something that is quite universal, that is felt by everyone, like oppressive governments, systems that don't work, things that get in the way of you living the life you want, or whether it is something that is more particular to you in your life, such as feeling around people who are not. Feeling you are around people who are not really supporting you, who are not really attuning to you and what you need, and who actually make your life harder. So, what I want to do is clear this from all of you as much as I can by getting right to the root and clearing it where it is in you specifically. So, I will do this now. I would like you to know that it is important to give yourself the time and space to really be with what is going on inside, to keep going within, clearing energy, and also be aware that negative external influences will quickly tip you off balance if you are not in a clear state within. What I will say is that for some of you, it may be a good idea to be immersed in the natural world and stay there for as long as you can in order to clear your energy. I also would like you to know that nobody has really asked any of you to be people you are not. And when you feel that you have been forced to be a certain way, it is always because there have been other things going on, perhaps past life energy, where there has been karma between you and others, which has created a type of dynamic which has made you feel a certain way. Or it can be something else, such as something that is coming from your family lineage. But I would like you to know that the truth of the matter is that you are all able to be yourselves on every level, that nobody is stopping you, that you can speak your mind without being incarcerated, persecuted. For some of you, you have not felt this for a long time. And again, I will say that there are certain karmic struggles people go through for many a lifetime, and it is something that is quite particular, that may start from a particular place and then builds up and gets worse and worse to the point where you feel that whatever you say may be misconstrued and you may be incarcerated or falsely accused of something. But there is something else going on here. But what I want you to know is that full liberation from all of these places is possible in this day and age. I want you to know that in this day and age, you are able to be free beings. You don't have to be limited by any of these things. And in fact, there is another place that you can go into where you are automatically understood, given the benefit of the doubt, seen and heard clearly. A place where there are many other gods and goddesses, a particular place where enlightened beings reside, on earth, that is. And what I want you to know is that there is this place that is here on earth now, a place where there is an easy flow of information between people, where people are in their enlightened selves, more or less, and when they are not, they quickly come up to speed. I want all of you to be part of this world, to be with people who are enlightened, who are in this state, who are constantly coming up to speed in places where they are not there yet, so you can live lives that are fully free, where you are understood for who you are in spirit on earth. I also want you to know that where there has been a lot of karma in certain aspects of your life, you do need to experience the opposite in order to fully recover. So, for those of you who have had a lot of persecution, restriction on your behavior, and abuse for being who you are, you need the opposite in order to fully recover. So I want you to attune to this possibility, this place on earth where this exists, to know that it is here and to call it into your life, to know that everything that you feel about yourself on the inside is able to be understood and seen on the outside as well. I have one more message about this, and that is once there is this realm fully established on earth, You will find that people start to blossom more, express themselves more deeply, and the world becomes a brighter, more beautiful place as a result. I have no more messages, but I want to communicate that the week ahead will be a very tricky one in some places because there are some negative energies around trying to make people feel quite low. Energies that are created by people who do not want others to prosper, deliberately created, a bit like black magic. So there is quite a lot of this energy that will be around this week, and you will need to take time out in order to stay grounded and balanced. But other than this, the week will be a good one in other ways, where you will feel inspired to do things that make you feel good inside. Perhaps you may feel inspired to take a trip away or do something else that you have wanted to do for some time. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, so thank you for listening, everyone. And yeah, wishing you a lovely week ahead, lovely weekend as well, and lots of love to all of you.